Wood turning is the most fun you can have in your wood shop. Hands down. Now, Andrew, why do you like this rikon lathe?
I tell you what, Scott, I think Rikon's got a home run here with the 70-105 pen lathe. They've been able to put out a product that doesn't sacrifice any of the quality. They give you a cast iron bed, heavy duty motor, everything you need to get started at a reasonable price.
And it is beefy. You can't push it around.
Little to no vibration at all.
And the 5-year warranty proves that they believe in this product.
They really stand behind it. And the fact that it comes with a 1/2 horsepower motor, 5 speeds, it gives you every option in the world.
Once you have a great lathe like this rikon, then it's time to pick up the latest, greatest pen kits from Woodcraft. Now, Ben, you're in charge of these. Tell us about why these make turning easier.
It takes the guesswork out, Scott. You can walk into the store, you want to learn to turn a new style of pen kit. We have everything conveniently located in one place for you. Pick up one of these kits. It provides them with the drill bits, the bushings, 2 kits, and replacement tubes. Takes all that effort and guesswork out of what do I need to create the next run of pen.
So you're going to succeed right off the bat.
Exactly.
Okay, so they've made it easy. How many different types of pen kits do you have now?
Currently, we picked our 4 best selling kits. So we have the Wall Street, the 7mm Slim, the Euros, and the cigar style.
Okay, so turners are in business now. It's never been easier.
Correct.
Well, that's a perfect way to go. Excellent presence, and you will succeed making pens once you buy one of these kits.
Hi, George. Tell me a little bit about this whiskey barrel and what it's going to do for me as a woodworker.
At Woodcraft, we've been looking for more unique materials to do woodworking projects. We found a cooperage mill up in Maine that is helping us with used whiskey barrels. They're taking them, putting them through the process. When they're done with them, they don't want to discard anything, so they're making us cutting board kits that look like this. They've made them uniform sizes, flattened them, dried them, and actually taken a brush to them to clean up some of the char.
Perfect, perfect. So we can do like a cutting board like this.
The cutting boards, we can do a small turning, we can do a sushi tray.
Ladle.
Ladles are kind of fun, and a cheese board kit's very popular.
Oh, definitely. With the holidays and parties and things like that, that's really cool. Well, hey, can I take this? I think I'm going to start on this and do a cutting board.
Absolutely.
Thanks, George.
Boy, this is some good steel here. Tell us about these knife blanks, Ben.
This is from a manufacturer by the name of Camillus Cutlery. They've been in business for well over 135 years now. And so they have a great understanding of steel, of the metallurgy, what makes a great knife. And this particular one that you're holding, Scott, is a USA made product. It's made out of 1095 steel.
Great edge.
Great edge, I agree. Will hold an edge. The other two, these are some great general all-purpose knives. The one that you're holding right now, this is a HT7. It is a titanium bonded stainless steel material. And the other one that we have here, this is the what's called the Tyrant. It is constructed with carbon nitride. That's a D2 grade cutlery steel. One of the beauties with this is the design that allows you to really get a nice finger grip or finger hold.
Get right in there. Make it part of your arm.
Exactly. It's an extension of what you're doing. And another great feature with this on the sheath is a built-in sharpener that allows you to keep that edge honed and sharp for whatever you're working on in the field. So if you're working on a caping out a deer or whatever it is that you're working with, you can always have a sharp edge out there in the field.
Well, I'm going to put some scales on these, and I've got some of my Christmas taken care of.
For sure.
Thank you, Ben. This is a tool that will save you a ton of time, an oscillating spindle sander. Now, Andrew, run us through the paces on this.
That's right, Scott. This is a must-have for any shop that's doing any contour sanding, such as Queen Anne legs or any decorative inserts. This is a 1/2 horsepower unit, heavy-duty construction, so it's not going to move around on your bench. It comes with 5 spindles and inserts, and it also allows the inserts, if you look closely at the inserts, there are a few that come with an oblong opening, and Scott's going to show you why.
Because the table tilts, which is really handy.
It's a very nice feature.
And make sure when you tilt it, you lock it back in place. So the dust extraction on this is excellent. Just make sure you have a good dust collector on this.
Yeah, we're pretty impressed with this.
It's a great tool. Rikon.
This is the new automated dust control system from IVAC.
For central dust collection systems.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's a 4 SKU system, 2 of which are remote controls and 115 volts and 240 volts. And those include the remote and the switch. And then there are 2 other SKUs, which is the Tool Plus sensor and the automatic blast gate. And how this works is that if all you want to do is just turn your dust collector on and off, you can use the remote control system. I simply turn it on, dust collector's on as indicated by the light, turn it off, press the button, it's off. At this point, it's not a whole lot different than any of the other systems that are out there. What separates this from the other systems that are out there is that there's this tool sensor. And what it does is it just clamps onto the power cord of the tool.
Right.
I turn the tool on like I'm turning this table saw on, as indicated by this light, dust collector comes on. Okay?
Just by having this on the power
Just by
cord.
having it on the power cord. It senses eddy current that's around the cord, and that's what turns that on, okay? So if I want to turn the dust collector off, I turn the tool off and the dust collector goes off.
No wiring required.
No wiring required other than just supplying power to the sensor. And then the 4th SKU, and what really makes this one of the best systems that you would ever own, is the introduction of this automatic blast gate. So now what happens is that I go to use my table saw. Normally I would have to remember, okay, I got to turn on my dust collector, okay, do I have the blast gate open? Do I have the right blast gate open? You know, what do I do? Okay, well, in this case, I turn on the tool, okay, the blast gate opens, the dust collector starts, okay, so I make my cut, I'm done, I turn the table saw off, the blast gate closes, the dust collector goes off, and the system's offline.
I just have one question.
What's that?
How did they think this up? This is brilliant.
It is. It's very brilliant, and it's really nice in the fact that that covers all dust collectors out there, all the way, you know, from 1 horse to 3 horse with the 115 volt and the 240 volt controls.
Got to have it.
Jessica, now I'm super excited about this, a children's toolkit. How awesome is this? So what all do they get in this kit?
Well, what they get is a saw, a file, clamps, a screwdriver, a tape measure, and a level, and safety goggles. Safety first in the workshop.
Absolutely.
You know, we were thinking about what can we do to get kids more into woodworking. That's something we're always talking about. And we thought, well, let's give them something that they can go play with in the shop while their parents are in there. So you give them a blank of wood and set them loose.
Oh, this is awesome. I know my nephews, they love to watch Scott when he's woodworking and want their own tools. They even got my toolbox last time they were there, and I still finding pieces. So
Now you can get them their own box.
Their own box is awesome. I can't miss. Gotta
Well,
have.
when I was a kid, my toolkit was this.
Times have changed.
Hey, Susie.
Hey, Darren, I hear you got some good carving tools.
Yeah,
Now,
this-
for me, I kind of absconded with a lot of Scott's carving tools, but this starter set would have been great when I was first starting out.
Well, it is. We've worked with these folks. They've come up with a designer set that is really specifically aimed towards beginners. And this is Record Tools out of England. They're extremely high quality tools, and it's perfect for a beginner. The price point is excellent. You'll get 12 tools. The tools vary anywhere from different sweeps, different sizes. And the interesting approach to all of this is with this, you're not just getting a carving set of tools, you're actually getting a technique. And so each one of these tools has a number. And if you remember the old paint by numbers,
Right.
this teaches the foundation. And instead of painting by numbers, now you're going to be carving by numbers. You're going to get a small booklet that has some great tips. Talks about techniques, maintenance, using slipstones, honing. It'll talk about beginners projects. And then also you have a great DVD that you're going to be able to go through.
That's awesome. Perfect.
Perfect gift,
Yeah, for somebody just starting out.
perfect
Yeah,
starter
it
set.
gives you everything. You can do it all.
American made. This tool is a gem because of the scale. Look at this. I can read it. That's 1/8, that's 1/16, that's 32nd, 64ths. It's milled to precision, but here's the guru. Tell us, George, why this is the best.
Well, besides being a hardened steel rule, laser etched, so this is a lifetime rule, machined perfectly square.
And square has to be square.
Right.
I mean, honestly, how many squares in your shop aren't square? How do you tell what's square or not? Real easy. On a good straight edge, scribe a line. Flip it around. Good straight edge, scribe a line. They should be one and the same. If it's not, your square's not square, your work can't be good. And honestly, how long has this company been making these squares?
For 130 years up in Athol, Mass, American made.
You can't beat that. That's worth having. We're here with Darren Lawrence, and we're going to run through the granite surface plate. Now, how do you sharpen with this, Darren?
Granite surface plates are great in the woodworking shop when you need something that's dead flat. This has an accuracy usually that is reserved for machinists. So in a woodworking shop, it is probably going to be the flattest thing that you'll ever see.
Guaranteed.
Each one of these comes with a map that will tell you in each different area. What they do is they measure this and they tell you how flat it is. This one is accurate to 2.3 microns, which is about as flat as you're going to get, certainly in my shop.
Yeah, and they sell two larger sizes as well.
We have a very large size, which you really don't want to carry around. This is a convenient size because it fits most standard wet or dry paper. We also have a longer one that is 18 inches long. It's great for getting that long stroke when you're sharpening. So basically what you'll do is you wet this down, and you wet the back of your wet or dry sandpaper. This is silicone carbide. You put it down, make sure that it has some adhesion, and come back and wet the surface. I'm going to bring this one around just like this. Then you take your plane blade, your chisel iron, whatever you're sharpening, find your bevel. I like to go freehand. Rock from the hips.
Not the arms. That keeps that bevel flat to the plate.
And you know that by using a granite surface plate, that's as flat as you can get. And so what that'll do is that'll put a really nice secondary bevel on this, as you can see.
You can't beat these. Thanks, Darren.
Yep, thanks.
Talk about great tool tips. Now, George, tell us about how you trim off plugs in wood.
Okay, this is a Kahiki flush cutting Japanese saw. Super thin, no set to the teeth.
Okay.
Typically you'll find these about 17 teeth per inch. That's 22, so it's a much finer cut.
Right.
So pretty nice pull stroke because it's a Japanese saw, so you have great control. And what I try to do is just put a little pressure here as I'm cutting, depending on the material, how fast you cut right through this.
Now, these are hard make hole plugs, and
Hard
that's
maple plugs, and no
Jeez.
mar, no damage to the wood. What's nice about these is not only can you do dowels, but even if you had an overhang, you can clean that up.
Oh, that's nice. Has a good feel to it.
Yeah, rattan handle,
Beautiful.
easy to use.
Can't beat it. I got a feeling I'm in trouble.
No, we're just gonna help you out a little bit. Jessica, tell him about all these things that he can use to get organized in his shop.
Well, Scott, you're not the only one that has organization problems. About everybody could use a little help in that department. So we have the Tano Sustainers. The nice thing is one, as you can see, they come in a bunch of different colors.
Yeah.
So you can coordinate with your tools, with your workshop, and even use them in the house to put your stuff away
Oh, definitely.
in the kitchen or in your office or wherever. The nice thing is they're all on the same platform. So they fit right together.
They lock in on the back.
There we go.
Yep.
Turn the lock, and then they're one big stack.
That's
You
great.
want to get in the bottom one, you turn it one more time and open it up. Everything on the top's still together. The nice thing too is you have this one, which even has drawers. So it's got a little pull
Oh, I
out.
don't have that.
You
Oh,
can
boy.
store
Nice.
tools, bins, all kinds of
Fasteners.
accessories, and they come in a variety of sizes. There's even one small enough to put a gift card in.
Great
Wow.
idea.
Wow.
Brilliant.
So
Brilliant.
No excuse not to get organized in your shop.
That's my cue to exit. We're here with Peter Collins of Woodcraft, and he understands the Craig line of products better than anybody. And Craig has a new line of plug cutters. Tell us about that.
Yes, the new custom pocket hole plug cutter from Craig allows you to cut plugs into 3 different pocket hole sizes that Craig makes.
The 1/2 inch, the 1/4 inch, and the standard 3/8 inch.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay.
These are made for the micro, the standard, and the HD plugs.
Right.
And it's unique in the fact that Craig has never had plugs for the HD before, so this is a bonus that you get from this system. And what I like about it is it works all the way back to the K3. So it'll drop right into a K5, into the older K3 base. It'll even fit the portable base. It drops right in there, and of course it fits the staple K4. Okay, so you just drop that in, and then what you do is that then you use these plug cutters that actually kind of look like hollow drill bits, and they'll actually go down inside the guide, and you use the same guide for the micro and for the standard, okay, and then a much bigger one for the larger HD. That was this guide here, okay. And I think what is just great, about a system like this is that when you've got something like this that allows you to expand your woodworking, but then you tie it in with another product that you have, like the KTC 55 organizer, which just happens to have just the perfect hole to drop the plug cutter into and the plug cutter guide. So that's a new custom pocket hole plug cutter system from Craig Tool Company.
And it's great because now you can do custom plugs out of any species of wood to match the wood or
contrast.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So this is a great new addition to the Craig line.
This is the new mobile project center from Craig Tool Company. And while it may not be the lightest, it is certainly the heaviest in features.
It is stout.
Just under 40 pounds, but it allows you to take advantage of the AutoMax bench clamping system. It comes with a AutoMax bench clamp, okay? Slides right into this track that's running right down the center. And then that will allow you to clamp pieces into position. You've got the track there to work with, so if I want to clamp this into position, then I just run this in here, clamp this into position, and so it's now, I can cut that, I can sand it, I can do what I need to, okay? There's also hanger supports that are here that will hold that piece up into position, kind of give me that third hand maybe that I need. And then I can put this clamp right in here, and then I can clamp that into position. And now I can cut at this end if that's what I need to do. Okay?
Sure.
So, I mean, very versatile, combines together with the bench clamp, to make it a very effective workstation. What is really kind of neat is the fact that it is also actually taking advantage of the AutoMax face clamp, okay? The wood project clamps that have been recently released from Craig, there's actually a kind of almost a hidden little track that comes right up underneath here, okay? Again, just slide my material into position, bring it in, clamp, and it's held, okay? Just a ton of features that you have that you can use this bench for. Another one of those kind of hidden features is the fact that if I drop one side and take it into what they refer to as sawhorse mode, then it just so happens that this ledge right here is sized so that it just comes up nice and flush with the aluminum track. So now I take and move my holder here on the side down, that brings that 2x4, bring that out, and now I can actually run a 2x4 from one bench to the other, lay a 3/4 inch piece of plywood on top, and now I've got an expanded workstation. Okay,
That's impressive.
And I think that's probably what would make this a great bench for anybody. But the thing is that just like any Craig Tool product is that when they look at a product, they say, well, how can we allow this to make your Craig experience better? Well, they just happen to put holes right here on this one side so that you can lay your K5, screw that down and have it in position when you go to use it. There are ties in here that actually go through and allow you to tie two benches together. And then one of the neatest features that I found about this bench altogether is the fact that there's these little ledge that runs around here on each side on the four sides. And the new packages that hold Craig screws and then are sold separately as hardware containers, they'll just rest right there on that ledge. So like if you're doing some pocket hole joinery and you want those screws at hand, then you can just set them right there, and right there they are. They won't spill, they won't get in your way. That's the Mobile Project Center from Craig Tool Company.
Very impressive.
That's why it will allow you to make any place your workspace. Now let's take a look at the affordable and portable quick benches from Woodcraft.
Peter, what I truly love about the quick bench is that it really is portable, under 25 pounds, and it's really affordable. I could do more than one.
Yeah, and just because it's affordable doesn't mean that you sacrifice features.
Right.
There is a built-in power port down at the bottom of the bench where you bring your extension cord over, then you can plug in your drill, your sander, or your router. It has a 3.5-inch capacity vise like you're using there.
Yeah,
that
this
will
is
allow
great.
you to clamp irregular objects like that. It can be used separately in the sawhorse mode where you just fold it down. So now it's just basically a sawhorse.
Yeah, that's
Fold
great.
the other one down, now you got a pair of sawhorses. So it's a very versatile piece. You got a storage tray down below, but I do like it because it's lightweight, less than 25 pounds. Makes it easy to move from your craft area into the garage
Absolutely.
so that you can cut something and sand it, whatever. And that surface,
The surface is great. Doing glue ups and all that, you just scrape it off. It doesn't stick, so that's a good point too.
portable and affordable.
Yep.
Perfect in pairs.
Just in time for the holidays, here are some ideas. And that would be Woodcraft Magazine, and we're here with the art director, Chad McClung. Now, Chad, tell us about the featured cover project here.
Well, this was designed and built by North Carolina woodworker Andy Ray to come apart and pack completely flat. So when you're not celebrating, it's out of your way and out of mind.
Okay. Well, and this is all in the December issue of Woodcraft Magazine and a lot of other projects. Just think of this. What's wrong with making your own ornaments for whatever occasion, whatever holiday? And certainly, the next time you think about Christmas, why run out to the store, right, Susie?
That's right. When you get in your wood shop and make some. I mean, look at all these beautiful hand-carved ornaments, turned, scroll-sawn ornaments. I mean, it's unlimited what you can do.
So here's a quick one.
Yes.
Under the tree, there are presents. Which one would you most like to receive for the holiday?
Well, I'm pretty excited about this candle box. It's got great dovetail design, and this was built by Rob Spees in Pennsylvania. And it's
beautiful.
Yeah, it's a real nice piece.
Nice.
And we have all kinds of cutting board ideas in the latest issue, just to break away from the typical strips. We've got all kinds of some template routing, you know, so we got some paddles here. We even got some hardware. We cover all that in the latest issue.
Okay, so if you aren't a master woodworker, that's great. But don't go out and buy your presents, make them. Why, you can even make the tree from a plan that these guys at Woodcraft Magazine came up
That's
with.
right.
And the other thing is, during the holidays, if you would happen to know a woodworker, Woodcraft Catalog is really a dream book because there are thousands of woodworking tools in here that will make that woodworker happy beyond all measure. We'd rather receive tools than clothes, I promise, right?
Right,
Okay.
right. Well, and also if they're a new woodworker or haven't tried it, there are over 75 woodcraft stores across the nation. Give them a class or something like that and they can learn how to make stuff on their own.
And also, if you like to do the internet, there's Woodcraft on the web as well. So you've got all the bases covered, but it really does start with a gift that comes to you, how many issues a year?
6 issues a year.
And you just can't beat that. So keep the fantastic projects, the great plans, the wonderful ideas coming, Chad. My hat's off to you. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
We
Merry
all
Christmas.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays.
Happy holidays.